Hello, everyone. Welcome to an academy, and this is a new episode with me and MBA Junction 1.0 Career Talks with me. And today we have somebody special from a very special college, which is SP Jain. And I think in the last 7-8 years of my mentoring, the maximum amount of doubts which have come are from SP Jain. So I have my favorite student with me. So she is Bhavna, and Bhavna studied with me, I think, in the year 2015-16 when I was doing my MBA or I completed my MBA. So welcome, Bhavna, to an academy. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So Bhavna is one of a very favorite student of mine. Okay, because she gave her 100% when she was preparing for CAT, and I was very, very hopeful that time that she will at least get into IIM Ahmedabad or Bangalore. But she ended up getting into SP Jain, which is again one of a very, which is among, I think it is one of the very special college. We'll talk more about it. So let's start Bhavna, and maybe with a quick introduction of yours.
Yeah. So I started with my graduation in economics honors from Miranda House, Delhi University. Then I worked for 2 years in actuarial consulting called Willis Towers Watson. I'm not sure if you've heard of, but it does insurance consulting. So then after 2 years, and then I sat for CAT and I joined SP Jain in finance specialization. And from SP Jain, I joined PwC. Currently, I'm working in Bangalore in M&AP.
Okay, okay. So Bhavna, when you were preparing for CAT, was SP Jain one of your primary options when you were preparing?
Yeah, so SPGN has this different uh, ad- taking admissions because it also gives profile based calls. So I had economics honors, then I had a finance background into consulting experience. So it's risk consulting in Willis Towers Watson. So I was hopeful to get into finance specialization in SPGN
Okay.
through profile based call.
So what is the difference between a profile-based call and a score-based call in SP Jain?
So there is a cutoff for score based in both of these categories. It's 70, 70, 70 in each section and 85 overall. But in profile based call, they more importantly give importance to your 10th, 12th, graduation, your work ex. Major weightage is given to these three. If it gives a glimpse that if a student is focused which stream he has to select to, so yeah, they give preference to these four scores and then give a call in January before score based calls.
Okay.
Then if somebody is not able to get a call through profile based but have a very good score, maybe 95 and above, they have a chance to get a score based call in March again.
Okay, okay. So even if you got 100 percentile in CAT and your profile is not good, then SP Jain will not call you. That is also a
Not in the
possibility.
profile based call.
Not in the
Yeah,
profile-based call, but in the score-based call, they might call you.
yeah.
Even in the score-based call, they might not call you even if you are at a higher percentage.
uh, so in the second shortlist,
Yes.
yes, they're all different. Works.
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you think this criteria is correct? Because a lot of students who are engineers who are just doing their engineering, so they have a lot of doubts around it. So, what are your views on that?
I would definitely suggest it's a good idea because people might score very good in CAT, but they, due to a low score in 10th, 12th, or undergrad, they are not able to get shortlist. So this is, I think, a major issue why people don't get a shortlist from IIM A, B, or C in spite of getting 99 percentile. So if you have a very good score in 10th, 12th, and undergrad and haven't scored good in CAT, so there is a chance in the first shortlist and other vice versa in the second shortlist.
Okay, okay. Now, when I come to SPJN, it is considered as one of a very different college out of all the top 10, 15 college. I personally graduated from MDI, and MDI is like the selection criteria or the anything which is the part of the college is almost similar to any IIMs. But when I talk about SPJN, they have two internships, they have a different kind of students, they have a different kind of pedagogy, they have different. So, what is so different
Yeah,
about SPJN and how it is? How is a B school
a
like
lot
that?
of, yeah, there are a lot of different things in SP as compared to IIMs. First of all, the batch size, it's just 240 students in the entire PGDM course, 60 each in 4 specializations: finance, marketing, information management, and operations.
Okay.
So since there's a small batch and there are randomly groups allotted in every subject, every semester, trimester, you get to know all the students in these 2 years.
Okay.
So the connect with the batch even after passing out of SPGen is very good.
Okay.
Is the first thing. Second thing, as you mentioned, 2 internships. Uh, the corporate internship is just one, which happens in second year in August after the third semester.
Okay.
I think usually in IIMs it happens after first year, the second
Yes.
semester.
Yes.
But
Yes.
here it happens in after third semester because they believe that you need to have your concepts cleared. The third sem is a specialization sem. You have to have your concepts cleared before you go to corporate internship. That's why after third semester. And the other internship is a rural internship. So SPGen gives a lot of weightage to social causes. So therefore, we have a 1 month internship with NGOs all over India and also outside India, like Nepal, Colombia, and Bangladesh. So in during March, we go to different states of India. We work with the NGOs there, help them to improve their business or improve their pedagogy for 1 month. It is for 1.5 credits, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, 1.5 credits, but it's not counted much in your final internships. It's more of a part of a course in SPJ.
Okay. 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 So, and what about the pedagogy there? What are the kind of, are the classes also very different from the other IIMs? Or the classes structure is almost similar if you have interacted with the people who are passed out from different
Class structure, I don't think so. It's quite different. But the only great difference is you have to select your specialization during the admission.
IIMs? Okay.
It's not like other colleges that after first year you get to select your majors. It's already selected before during your admissions. Actually, you are interviewed based on your specialization.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then first year is common. The subjects are common for everybody. In the third sem, when it starts, your sections get shuffled up according to the specialization.
So,
And then
so
third
it's
and
not a tri-semester; it's a 6 month semester in SPG.
there are 4 semesters
There are
during
four
2 years,
semesters.
but each semester is divided into 2 clusters of three
Okay.
months.
Okay. Okay. So it's almost similar. Okay, so when I talk about, I was just doing my research on the B schools, and in the last 4 5 years, I've identified that apart from the IIMs, even when we take the older IIMs, the colleges which especially the non IIMs which have been in the top 10 or top 15 are the colleges which are located in Mumbai or Delhi. Okay, so if I talk about the top 10 colleges in India, there will be SPJ and there will be MDI. Okay, there will be FMS. Accelera
Yeah.
is again on the top, but again, MDI and SPJ are competing to Accelera or IFT is there. So, how important is location according to you? Have you found something different studying in Mumbai?
So actually, the course is so hectic that you don't get much time to go out. So
Okay,
if I talk about the fun part, in the fourth sem, usually we are relatively free. So the fun part is Juhu Beach is just walking distance to our college. We can go out anytime. But from the company's point of view, yes, I think location matters. Mumbai being the financial capital, we have advantage for the finance companies visiting us. They have to spend less in traveling, less in interviewing and going to different states. So yes, we have an advantage in getting the companies to our placements.
okay. So, how tough are the academics in SPJ? Is it real? So, see, I can believe about you. You will be studying every time. Okay, but when I talk about a very normal student like me who just says, so for example, I went to MDI with a very open mind, not to study much, but to explore life more in Gurgaon or Delhi. Okay, so MDI was pretty chill in those times. Like you have that bandwidth in second year to chill, to go out to, because I started with my own company in MDI only. So I founded Gurgaon a very good city then. Okay, so what are your views that ways? Ki if you want to, do you get time there or it's very hectic? Matlab you have an option of getting of not of being a little lazy there or doing
Uh,
something else.
Mm, yes, I think so. It depends on person to person.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people can do multiple things at one go, but so since the internship companies comes in the second year, I think it's relatively less hectic as compared to other IMs or other colleges. But there's one company called BCG who comes in first year. It does a pool hiring for 4 colleges. I think FMS, Indore, SPGen, and one more, either Lucknow or Kozhikode. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
So it does a pool hiring in the first year. So people who get through BCG, they chill for the rest of the first year. But others have to prepare for internship along with their academics.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
So
quite hectic for them. But
quite.
yeah, I have seen people in my batch who have given CFA level 1 and 2 after their first year. So basically the June exam that happens for CFA.
Hmm.
And they have
So.
cleared it.
Mhm. So there is one more question, which is like I have to answer this question to almost everybody in January or February when the calls are out and people convert both IIM Indore and SPG. So they don't get confused between an MDA and SPG, and they always join SPG. But when they get converted into a older IIM, like see, if you get IIM Calcutta, obviously you'll go to IIM Calcutta, or Lucknow, you'll go to Lucknow. But when you convert an IIM Kozhikode or Indore or Shillong or SPJN, they are very confused. So, what are your suggestions to the students who will be converting SPJN plus a very good college, maybe an
Yeah,
IIM?
same thing. Same thing happened with me. I had a call from SPGen and Indore and Shillong. I was confused between Indore and SPGen.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I am Indore has an IM tag. So
Yes.
that was a major differentiating factor. But there are two, three things which attracted me to SPGen is along with academics, it's more towards socially sensitive part of corporate. So
Mm-hmm.
there's one program called Abhyudaya, which every student, the batch of 240, has to mentor one underprivileged child.
Okay.
Uh, it can be from class 6th to 12th. So we have to go to slums once in a month and teach them whichever subject they are facing difficulty or mentor them with their careers if they're in 10th, 11th, or 12th.
Mm-hmm.
The other part was GFT. There's a program called Global Fast Track, which is mandatory and apart from the student exchange program. So all of the 240 batches go to US to study in the Ivy colleges.
Okay.
So finance and marketing students went to Cornell for 3 weeks to study there, the specialization courses. We get a chance to study for the top faculty of the Ivy colleges. And similarly, ops and information management go to the other parts of US. I think Tepper College and Carnegie Mellon.
Okay.
So this is the best part, and we get the visa, B1, B2 visa for 10 years, which is obviously useful in corporate.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
these two
that's
things were differentiating, and that's why I opted for SP.
yeah, yeah. So definitely these are some of the very interesting thing in SPJ. So Bhavna, one more thing. See, this year the things have changed and everything has changed. So you can also see me taking the online classes because I used to take the offline classes before it. And so the students are not very sure about doing an MBA. So I can still remember you because you are also having a work experience, and there are certain students who are already consultants and preparing for CAT, and some people have converted their calls and still planning to join a B school because the B schools have not started yet their course yet, and they are still not
Mhm.
very sure about doing their MBA. So, what are your honest suggestions to them? So, people who are having a good work experience, rich work experience, they are earning well, but they want to do an MBA to get the experience, and they are coming back to me and saying, "Sir, experience in yoga online में कैसे experience होगा?" So, I agree to their
Right,
point as
right.
well. And it is so you need a lot of ownership as a faculty or as a mentor to such a student. You can't just say that you join it or you leave it. So that's why I want
Yeah.
to talk to other people who are just graduated from the other B school. So what are your suggestions? What would you have done if you would have converted SPJ in this year and in Indore this year, and would
Yeah.
you have continued doing the online course or your job?
So this is my personal opinion. So I've given CAT 3 times. From 2014 when I graduated, uh, then again and 2 times in my work ex. So it's very difficult to get a college of your choice. That's why I would suggest if you're getting a college of your choice this year, you should get admission. You should take admission into that college because this situation, this COVID situation, is temporary. What I believe is so currently there is firing going on, but after 2 years, when this batch will be graduating in 2022, by that time I think the companies would be reviving, they would be covering up for the losses, and they would be hiring again. So I think the placements in 2022 would be quite well, I think similar to last year, because the companies would be coming back to their original position.
Okay, no, so jobs is one part, and second part is the experience in the B school, and you. So if I remember my B school journey, so experience is very very important when you stay in the campus. The whole B school
Yeah.
life is about the campus. Okay, so you are so much in love with your campus, so much in love with everything which is around there, because all the B school campuses are beautiful as well. So so if suppose if this goes on for 1 year and the classes are not online till then, so what are your suggestions then?
So yeah, the experience, the enjoyment would definitely be impacted, but I don't think there would be much impact on the learning. The classes would be happening online. Everything would be same as you sit in the classroom. The learning would not be impacted. But yes, if you are more into the college enjoyment, that anyway we don't get much time when we are on the campus, especially in the first year. So if it's just a 1 year loss of enjoyment, I think the next year everybody should be back to campus living in the hostels.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So, and what about your work ex? How is your work ex, and how has SPGen changed your life in terms of work? Can you relate your work before MBA when you were preparing and now?
Yeah.
Is that really different, or it is almost similar, or you're just getting a good salary because of SPGen? Like, how is it?
No, no, it is different. So earlier, before MBA in Towers Watson, I was also with a US firm working on the US clients. So it was more of an offshore work. But in PwC, SDC also, I'm working on the US clients, US deals, all the mergers and acquisitions. So we are more into due diligence. So the difference is one, we do get client exposure. So because SPGen provided me B1, B2 visa, I got a chance to visit a client in Pittsburgh. So that is one an upper edge we get after MBA. The other one is the day-to-day working. We do get a hold of work more as compared to the job we did before MBA. We have better knowledge of the projects, how to manage it. So the quality of work improves, I think, after MBA. And the best thing was that SPGen gave me, I got an internship in BCG. So there I worked for an Indian client on the client premises. So having a day-to-day interaction with the client, understanding their problems, that was a major learning,
Okay.
which is helping me here in PwC.
Okay, so I just want to tell the viewers that SP Jain is the only non-IIM institute which checks the profile. Okay, so I don't think any other non-IIM checks the profile, and there are only three B schools in India which have so much focus on the profile, which are IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and SPJ. Okay, so SPGN, according to me, because I never got a call from SPGN because I am an engineer with a very average grades in engineering. So I was not able to get a call from SPGN, but I will suggest everybody to improve their profile and get a call from SPGN. You can see how good the students, the alumni of SPGN are. Okay, so thanks a lot, Bhavna. I think it was a very good interaction, and you have cleared a lot of doubts of the students around SPJN, because they will be coming back to me, and I will be just giving the link of this YouTube video to just go through this video and get knowledge about it. And maybe we will connect again during the SPJN interview if the things goes online like this. Okay, so I just want to give a brief
Sure.
to the students around uh, an academy for a minute, and then we can just just give me a second. Yeah. So, so these are the subscriptions for an academy. Use my code, which is RKUS. You will get a discount of 10% on the subscription. So subscription starts from 1 month up till 24 months. So if you're preparing for CAT this year, go for a 12-month subscription. And if you're preparing for CAT next year, go for a 24-month subscription. This is our YouTube channel, which is Let's Crack Management Exams. Please like, share, subscribe the YouTube channel, and also subscribe yourself to the Telegram. This is my code, which is RKUS. Please use this code if you are subscribing to an academy. Okay, so thanks a lot, Bhavna. I'll probably connect with you again. Thanks for enlightening us, motivating us, and I think this is a duty of all the B school graduates to motivate the people who have not done their MBA. And this is how I started my journey, which has become a full time sort of now. Because when I was studying an MBA, MDI, and I started teaching students not only for career but also for that part which you were also telling about SPGN to mentor people. I think you have already motivated a lot of students, especially during COVID times where people need a lot of motivation and a lot of right knowledge. Okay, because there's a lot of knowledge hovering around, and students are coming out with queries this year like, sir, MBA karna nahi chahiye, ye nahi hona chahiye, wo nahi hona chahiye. And it is not like this. As Bhavna correctly said, that it is temporary. It's not permanent. So you should just keep on going with the journey. And that's what we have learned out of our MBA course. Just keep on going. You will get that stability. You will get that offline, because exposure is one part of an MBA. Jobs are another part, and these schools will be there to enhance your learning. If not offline, they will be enhancing your learning online. Okay, so thanks a lot, Bhavna. Bye bye. Take care, and we'll come again with a new episode tomorrow with a new graduate from a new B school. Okay, so bye bye. Thanks a lot. Take care.